Springs lanes. This guy is watching this guy bowl. Don't be surprised, it's the Andrews twins. This time it's Kyle bowling for the title. He's going against Michael Ma. In a pretty good battle here. They're up to the 6th frame. And it's a 9-pin game. Andrews trails by 9. He's got a spare working here in the 6th frame. Contrast in styles. That was a much better shot than you saw if you watched the previous parts of that. He gave that ball a little extra time. That ball read the lane much better. Instead of deflecting through the pins, that ball crushed the 1-3 pocket. That's what he's got to do to stay competitive in this match. On the 2011 U.S. Women's Open pattern, the characteristics of not only this center, but this pair is that the oil pushes down towards the back end by the end of the day. The back ends are very tight. Andrews struggled with his fastball speed to read the break point. Michael's got a much slower ball speed, but it reads, but has been reading a little bit too much, as that's his 3rd consecutive high hit. But he's left makeable spares, and so far he's made those spares to keep him in the lead. Over to the right, it's our women's series title matches. Poor Brittany Kolatzny had to wait about 8 hours to bowl that match, as Kayla Goad got all the way up to 3rd place in the handicap division, so they couldn't bowl that match until now. So it's Goad versus Kolatzny. Goad looking for her first women's series win of the season, amazingly, for how talented she is. While Brittany's already got the 3, she needs to get into the girls' TPC, so her big mission is to keep Kayla out of the TPC. Cruel but true. Right now it's Kolatzny by 9. Got to spare that up to maintain that 9-pin lead. Beautiful fundamentals of Michael Ma. 5-step delivery, great knee bend, great follow through. But right now he's going to have to recognize what's going on the lanes. In the scratch division title match in this same pair, it was Wesley and Derek. Wesley recognized and adjusted first, ended up taking home the title. Right now I think, well, we'll have to see what really Kyle does on his next shot. If he understood why his ball faced up to the pocket better in the last frame than the previous 3, I'd say it's advantage Andrews. Tricky little 3-6-10, that's a nice job at it. So Ma filling frames. It's up to the powerful strike ball of Andrews to do something about it. Current main event champ, he won the handicap main event just a little over a month ago, defeating fellow Californian Greg Adler, who also had a top 5 finish today.
Other side.
Kyle Andrews. It's alright, it's just the title match. You bowled on the wrong lane on international web television. No one's going to see this. Well, he doesn't do a full reset either. Let's see what happens. Oh! Not a bad shot, really, there. So he did give it just a little bit extra time to read, but still flat 10. What I didn't like there is that he didn't completely reset himself after bowling on the right lane. Instead of starting his whole pre-shot routine over, he just got up there and threw it. Almost got the good result anyway. Switches to a ball that doesn't hook at all, goes hard and straight, but when you miss your mark, it doesn't matter. So that's a bit of a disaster frame there for Andrews as he falls farther behind in the match. Take a tip from the older guys there. If something like that goes wrong, put the ball down in the rack and start the whole thing over. Oh, they had equipment issues this morning as his dad took the wrong bag, which meant he was stuck with the wrong shoes and balls. So pretty darn good to get to the title match when you're on your B game equipment-wise, but when you own 700 Ebonite bowling balls, it's not as much of a problem as other families. Nice recovery there by Andrews to skip that strike in the 8th frame. Still anybody's game. Let's see if Ma can adjust from these high hits. He can either increase the speed, which I've never seen Michael do. He can move left a little more or try change hand positions. Let's see what he does here. Well, whatever he did, that ball was perfect right there. That's the ultimate Michael Ma reaction. Stone determination. We roll on to Morongo Casino tomorrow. And only a couple weekends left in SoCal, even though we're sitting here talking the first weekend of February. Just the March doubleheader, an April doubleheader, and then all the way to Invitational weekend. So bowlers got to be thinking about points and volume for position. That's right there too. Yeah, what a big double for Ma in the 8th and the 9th frame. Well, and he makes the adjustment, and now a distinct advantage Ma, and Andrews is going to have to answer right here working on a strike. This is the shot of the match for him. Tough one. Your game is just go, go, go to back off it a little bit. That's what he has to do here. Let's see if he can. Not bad. Yeah. Very impressive of both bowlers, even though out of the handicap division, figured out what they had to do in the later stages of these games to go from pocket to actually carry. Now, Andrews trails by 14 heading into the 10th with both bowlers on double, so whichever ones can perform the best is going to take home the title here. Kolatzny, meanwhile, is up by 8, strike working. Make that 18 with that big double for her on the 8th. And here we go in the 10th for Andrews. That's really got to push. And even with all that oil on the backhand, that ball was too high up in the head pin where the pushing didn't matter. Lucky to break up the split. Still needs to spare this up. Anything can happen. Uh-oh. Alright. So used to watching you and Derek ball go straight at the head, at the corner pin spares. Wesley missed a 3, Derek missed a 6, I think. A 10 for sure. Just enough. Important to fill it up here in the 10th. Give him 190 scratch.
Martha, your first pick is ready, Martha.
Alright, 189 and decent effort from Andrews. Which means, of course, that Michael needs 185 to win. Let's see, Wesley. 9 out is 160, 179, 188, so he just needs good count, right? Oh, that's high. Oof. Well, what's 8 out, Wes? 177, 185, which is a win by a pin. Michael Ma is your champ. It's a good feeling knowing you don't need any more pins once you 8 count in the 10th. But he spares it up for good measure. All right, so it's a second career title for Ma. Trust me, he's happy about this. I don't know where Mrs. Ma is. Maybe this is the trick. We may never see Mrs. Ma again. She may be gone into the wilderness. We'll be Ma-less. Well, it's the second consecutive runner-up for the Andrews family. They're very upset about it. They're going to regroup here and probably switch shirts and let the other twin bowl under the other twin's name, and we won't know any different. Well done, Michael Ma. 199 scratch. Wins it all. You gonna smile on camera yet? You've been so determined there. Thank you very much. All right. Catch the end of the girls' match here. Let's see here. It's Kolatzny ahead by about 17 or so spare working. So she's in really good shape to capture the women's title, which would be her 4th of this season. I think that will do it as well. Brittany shot 300, 800 at her home center, Mira Mesa, so I'm sure she's looking forward to our trip down there. She's got 180 if she misses it, so spare here will win the women's title for her. Over Kayla Goad, who's had a frustrating the last 30 minutes. The overall plus or minus leader, but lost in the semifinals and facing doom here. And that'll do it. So Brittany's going to survive a 2-hour delay for this match. She's going to survive broken toes, broken fingers, to overcome all of it to capture our women's title. So hats off to Brittany and Michael, and our scratch champion Wesley, who again, just a spectacular color commentary job. Really doesn't get any better than this. All right, we'll see you tomorrow at Morongo.